The Snow Biome, a place so hostile that should the many inhabitants of the zone not eat you alive, the weather itself certainly will. Begging the question, why would anyone want to go there? The answer is simple: fat loot. Excellent.
He's going in the dodo farm.
Hell yeah, he is! The Snow Biome houses a lot of materials and creatures we are in dire need of to beat this map. But also, there's oil up there, and you know what that means, right? It's time to bring some freedom to these suckers. So join me as my friends and I venture far in search of great bounty. Welcome to the frozen north. Now, you would assume that with such a massive expedition on schedule, all of us would be busy preparing for it. And I mean, I did everything I could to stock up on basic supplies so that we wouldn't have to interrupt our expedition. Additionally, I also raised up a couple of trikes that would function as our proxy bodyguards. I would take Verben with us, but after losing Smitty and Jaeger, I just didn't want to risk it. And my Therizino was a lot stronger anyway. I was confident that Jinx would be able to keep us safe up there whilst we hunt for rare materials and new tames. Though it seemed as though one of us was not taking this preparation stage quite as seriously.
This is Kodo, and this is Photo, and this is Jodo, and Hodo, and this is Bodo, and Kodo. This is Kodo with a C, not a K.
Of course.
And then this one's Jeff.
Yeah, anyway, we had a long ways to go to meet up with Echo, who was already waiting at the outskirts of the Snow Biome. Before my departure, we agreed to meet up on Carno Island, and when Birdie and I finally arrived, we found Echo without his vessel. Apparently, he had gotten attacked by a whale, which destroyed his raft, but thankfully, all of our tames were safe. Our actual houseboat was armed with a ballista, and as such, I was not too afraid of this happening to us as well. But one thing our ballista could not help with was our boat getting stuck. Listen, I don't know what they did in ASA that rafts just keep getting stuck freaking everywhere, but this was getting extremely frustrating. We already had to tear down our boat twice in our first session because of this, but that was before we had placed much of anything on top of it, meaning our only hope was divine intervention.
God?
God?
God, take the wheel.
Yeah.
God, take the wheel, God.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, God, please take the wheel. Oh.
Yeah!
Let's go, God.
Go.
Hell yeah. Bro, shout out to God, you know what I'm saying?
Such a real one.
Listen, I don't like cheating as a matter of principle, which is why I myself don't have any admin rights on our server. But when dumb things like that happen, I find it appropriate to ask for a little bit of help from somebody who does. Rest assured that asking for divine intervention will not become a common occurrence, but in this particular instance, it kinda felt justified. Though of course, it doesn't come without a price tag.
By the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
With a sacrifice made, we figured we were good to go, heading out in the early morning of day 21 to finally make landfall in the frozen north. As per our plan, we decided to stick to the outskirts for now, hunting down pelty creatures to harvest them for said pelt. Jinx was absolutely making short work of anything that came our way, but the amount of pelt she harvested was rather unimpressive. So a lot more hunting had to take place before we could make even a rudimentary amount of frost-resistant armor. Though of course, pelt is not the only thing we came here for. This biome is absolutely brimming with resources, some of which even caught us off guard.
I don't think this...
There's oil, yeah.
Oh, it is oil.
Mods, get the oil, yeah. Wait. And these are silica pearls. Yo, there's silica pearls and oil here. Is that a penguin? Yo, there's a goddamn penguin here. It's a penguin. Excellent.
He's going in the dodo farm.
Hell yeah, he is! But unlike the dodos, these things are actually extremely useful for the mid-game. You see, oil and silica pearls are both important resources to craft advanced items, but another thing we need is polymer. Hard polymer is pretty expensive, requiring obsidian as well as cementing paste, but penguins can be harvested for organic polymer, which yes, decays over time, but can be bred in form of penguins. Since those are the first time we had seen, we made the decision to tame them rather than harvest them outright. But when further exploring the biome, we found not only more oil, but also more organic polymer on legs. I mean, trust me, we didn't feel good about obliterating the local ecosystem of adorable creatures, but sacrifices would have to be made in the name of progress.
Oh my God, Cliff. There's more.
Ooh.
There's a couple level 80s over there.
Well, just means more polymer for us. I'm sure there's remorse hidden somewhere. Now, unfortunately, we could not sail all around the biome because there's a hidden wall that makes the passage too tight for our boat. It also threw a bunch of our tames overboard, so that was great. Speaking of tames, this was another reason why we came here. Stocking up on resources was important, yes, but we didn't want to go home without some new creatures. So we tamed a level 100 Deodon, which has an innate ability to convert its own food stat into area of effect healing. I think you can see why this thing is considered a must-have for boss fights. Keeping it fed is gonna be a challenge, but hey, that's a problem for future Cliff, because present Cliff currently had other problems to tackle. Okay, let's grab this crystal and get moving, huh? Actually, wait. Can we find a way up here?
Up where?
From here up to the mainland.
Have you heard about this game called Fortnite?
Once again, Echo was full of good ideas. Seeing as how our boat could not get past the choke point, I spent the next morning building a bridge up to the mainland so we could continue exploring on foot. Thankfully, there was a sufficient amount of wood nearby for my building project, opening up a way forward, where we immediately found some high-level dire wolves. One thing we forgot in our preparation was bringing materials for a trap, so I scurried on over to the forest to harvest wood, thatch, and fiber for a wooden version of our regular 484 design. Wolves cannot damage wooden structures anyway, so this was not gonna be a problem. But not all of them fell for it on the first attempt, and let's not forget that they can damage us, and that was a problem. All of us were dying on repeat as we tried to finesse these damn dogs into the build. I'm not sure if they were too smart or too stupid to fall for it, but they were really giving us a run for our money. And unfortunately for us, things only get worse from there. Oh god!
There's a corner!
Oh god, run, 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 run!
Oh!
It's over, man! It's
What happened?
There's a UT on us.
Oh no.
I got it, I got the UT, I got the UT. Where's the other wolf? Oh god. Oh no, 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 no. Is that the 120? That's the 125. Get into the trap.
Maybe I can aggro the wolf.
Okay, okay, okay. You cooking? Damn it, just a little off to the side.
Come on, puppy, puppy, come on.
Hey guys, what I missed?
Hey, welcome back, sir. We're still trying to get this final dire wolf in there.
What is that stupid thing, man? It just keeps jumping.
Dude, you're so close.
Look at me, I'm bigger meat.
You got it in! Echo, you! Oh my god, Echo got it in. With his dying breath, he got it in.
Ow, I'm gonna go get my stuff.
You know, for a creature you can tame simply by tossing a bola at it, we sure did struggle to make this happen. But at last, the dire wolves were trapped and we could proceed to knock them out. The one saving grace of the Carno attack was that its body would provide some prime meat we could use to tame the wolves. And even though I could hardly contain my excitement over getting a 120 plus 125 breeding pair, Birdie only had eyes for the sky. Birds, was yours fodder or frontliner?
Level 150 Argentavis.
Birdie, stop looking at it, Birdie.
So beautiful.
And max level.
I know.
He really couldn't wait for the day we defeated the first boss to finally unlock the ability to fly. I will admit though, imposing that stipulation to our 100 days challenge definitely made getting high level tames so much more difficult. Once the wolves had been secured, we had to go out on foot to try and find some other creatures we still needed. The dire wolves would become our go-to caving mounts, but in order to actually defeat the brute mother boss, we wanted to get our hands on some megatheriums. Their bug killer buff would make for a perfect match in that arena, though finding some that were high level enough to be tamed was a challenge. At one point, Birdie found a level 145 Carno who got stuck and decided to make taming that his mission, while Echo and I continued to actually do something useful. I mean, we did knock it out together, though how he was going to get this thing out of that mountain without a cryopod was anyone's guess. Obviously, we went and slaughtered anything in our path to make room for higher level creatures to spawn, and man, I know my Therizino is not like a crazy high level, but Jinx was making this process so much easier. And our persistence paid off because eventually we found a level 135 Megatherium. I hastily built up another 484 trap before luring my target into it, though something I had not thought about was that unlike the direwolves, Megatheriums absolutely could destroy wood. Yes, it's in! It's destroying the foundation. Echo! Echo!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Quick, it's doing a lot of damage to the foundation! Do not get
What the hell is that reach? It just broke my armor.
Just bait it to the other side. Bait it to the other side.
It's not interested in me, it's just interested in the foundation.
It will be. Hey, here, big guy.
Come on, buddy. Oh!
There you go.
Yo, good job, Echo, good job. He truly is a visionary ahead of his time. With our trap no longer in jeopardy, knocking out this Megatherium was no trouble at all. What was troublesome were all the creatures that started attacking us. Packs of wolves ran up like in a freaking tower defense game, only interrupted by the odd Argentavis trying to take a bite out of our tame. And in all of that commotion, a lot of our gear ended up breaking. A minor inconvenience elsewhere, losing our protective equipment could mean almost certain death up in the frozen north. Since it was getting late, things were only about to get even colder, so we had to make a tough decision. Echo decided to give me his last unbroken pieces of fur equipment before using the bed to teleport to our boat. This would leave his entire inventory on the floor, but also give him an opportunity to come back with a new set of gear. The Megatherium tamed up just as night was falling upon us, and dare I say, the stats were pretty okay. Listen, we don't need a crazy strong Megatherium army for the Broodmother, especially not on Gamma difficulty. Though I was wondering what the hell Birdie and Echo were up to whilst I was wrapping up that tame.
Hold on. Be very careful.
Why?
I got stuck down here. Oh. Well, there it is. Okay, don't follow me, please.
Did you just fall through the map?
Man, why can't we use flying tames?
I'm sure they're fine. Apparently, he had dropped himself as well as his 145 Carno into a ditch, and without a flyer or cryopod to retrieve it, it was pretty much dead. Not that this was of any concern to me, because at the same time, I found another level 125 Megatherium. I mean, granted, it was also male, but chances of it having a higher melee stat were higher than 0. So I put up another trap to try and get my hands on that guy as well, just that, once again, I found myself overwhelmed by the sheer stupidity of this pathing system. I mean, look at this dude, he's literally surfing on my goddamn trap. It was all fun and games until the fog rolled up and another Megatherium decided to pick a fight with me. Oh god, no. No, not like this. Jinxed! Jinx, please. Jinx, I need help. Jinx! Alright, let's see how tough you really are, hey? Once again, saved by my beloved tame. Though it was unfortunate I had lost sight of the level 125 in the fog. I decided to cut my losses and secure what I had found so far. I managed to get everyone back to the boat in one piece, where Echo and Birdie delighted me with their tales of how Birdie lost all of his stuff. We had just spent 2 whole days in the snow biome and only just barely scratched the surface of what we needed to collect. But that wasn't even the worst of it. We spent literal days just killing dinos off spawn trying to get a new Megatherium, but every single time they were low level. The bigger problem now was that with a rapid respawning of creatures, we also had to face a lot more alpha dinos. And whilst my beloved Jinx had no problem taking them on one at a time, the extended breaks I had to take in between pulls to heal her back up definitely made this a very slow process. And again, we needed a solution. Back at Newman's Landing, we went on to prepare for our return to the snow biome, this time with a proper stone trap, with new supplies and also with new Therizzinos. When Brandon finally woke up to complete the squad, I decided to give out a Therizzino egg to each of them. Now obviously, breeding our creatures is kind of my job, so none of them really knew how to do that properly. I was fully expecting to have to nanny them a bit whilst their chickens were hatching, but I was not prepared for how much patience I needed to make this happen.
I have a problem. They're getting bigger and I can't get them out.
Why would you go to... Wait, why would you go through the single door when we have a double door? Use a double door. Birdie, what happened to yours?
He's stuck.
Like where? She wants basic kibble. Why aren't you feeding her?
Oh, where's the... she just did that. Where's the kibble?
Probably in the fridge, if I had to guess.
Sorry, bro. I'm a little tired today.
What the hell? Bro, are you coming or not?
Why can't I get over any of this shit?
Is this why they call them tickle chickens? Because when they harvest, they tickle that little.
Okay. Everybody, touch this box, get your XP buff, start killing everything on the island. No, on the dino, Birdie! On the...
What?
You're supposed to be on the dino when you touch it, you moron!
Nobody told me that!
I literally said it!
Oh, you want me to bring Cobra Chicken?
Of course!
How do I touch it?
You just walk over it. On the dino, Brandon! On the dino!
No, I accidentally jumped off.
Just go kill stuff. Try not to get your dinos killed. It's like herding chickens over here. Once the Therizzinos were sufficiently leveled up, we made use of our brand new industrial cooker to craft some dyes. With the amount of armor we had at this stage, color coding everyone's belongings was the easiest way to not get anything mixed up. This time, the only tames we were bringing were our combat mounts, a simple loadout for a simple goal. Take our Therizzinos, slaughter everything in sight, tame up whatever we still needed for the boss fight, and then go home. But it was very apparent that one of us was a bit more on edge than the rest.
What was that?
You're so scared for everything. Chill, bro.
Seriously, it's just a smithy that went down. Chill.
Bro, I've got PTSD from the Red October, okay?
Listen, if the boat isn't shaking, we're fine.
It was kind of funny how Echo losing his ship had more of an impact on Birdie than it did on Echo. In the first place, the only reason Echo had his raft attacked was because he went too far out towards the ocean. As long as we stay near the coast, we should be absolutely fine. We had a long ways to travel in order to get back to the place where we had built the bridge, and to my pleasant surprise, our trikes were still alive. All 4 of us decided to kick off the expedition by splitting up and looking for some creatures to tame. But little did we know that we were not the ones that were on the hunt. A whale is attacking our ship! A whale is attacking our ship!
Red October! Red October!
Get on the ballista quick! No!
Oh my god. And there's a million fish.
And it's an alpha.
Oh my god. We are stranded. Things were looking bleak for us. Not only did a houseboat provide shelter, but it also housed all of our most valuable pieces of loot. In one fell swoop, we had just lost everything. Miles away from our home base with nothing to our names besides the items in the inventories and the creatures we were riding. This had just turned from what was supposed to be a swift expedition to an outright survival emergency. Our #1 priority was setting up shelter. Once night fell upon us, our primitive grade fur gear was not going to be able to keep us alive. Echo made an attempt to try and find the bags from all the containers, containers that used to be on our ship. But not only did we have no idea whether that stuff remained intact after getting attacked by a whale, there were also way too many sharks in the water for us to go look for them. Our only saving grace was that we were surrounded by a few beacons, providing us with necessary building pieces and materials to create a forward operating base. And that was just as well, because once it got dark, it was too cold outside for us to survive. There was really nothing we could do but wait out the night, but with only 70 days left to beat all the bosses, we really did not have the luxury of wasting time like that. So as soon as the sun came up and it got warm enough for us to not freeze to death, we had to make up for that. After asserting our dominance on the local wildlife, we found a level 125 mammoth that I decided to knock out. I know that this isn't a traditional boss creature, but it does have an ability that could help us out. Though before tackling that, I had to combat my tribe's dwindling morale.
Can we like really put into like perspective what we lost? Like, can we like?
No, we're not gonna put into perspective what we lost. We know what we lost, Echo. We're just gonna move forward. We're not gonna think about it because it's just gonna make us sad.
No.
Look at this. We got a mammoth. It's a 125. Echo, look at me. Echo, stop running around. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. We got a 125 mammoth. It's all gonna be okay.
Look, Cliff, a boulder.
You want to see me get behind this rock?
Yeah. Wait, what the?
You do it again?
You want to see me do it again?
Hell? What is this rock? Oh my god.
Nice game.
Nice game, bro. Paid 40 bucks for this, by the way. Who could have known that sometimes all it takes to cheer up the boys is a boulder? With our spirits thoroughly lifted, we could now focus on our task at hand, and I could finally bestow upon the tribe why I decided to tame a mammoth.
Ooh-wee.
Okay, gamers. Now here's why this is important. Check this out.
Oh, he's got a wardrobe.
If I do this right, then we're gonna get a buff where the UT cannot fear us, which means the rest of us can set up a trap. Oh yeah, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but the Uranus has a few very special abilities. The reason it is considered a must-have for any boss army is because it has a courage roar that makes every single affected creature more powerful and more tanky. Conversely, it also has a fear shout, which makes it a pain in the ass to tame, because if our tames get feared, we literally lose control of them, and let's just say that you don't want to attempt to tame this thing on foot. But to get one to spawn, we had to obliterate more creatures, and boy howdy were Alpha Carnos not a problem anymore now that everyone got their own Therizino. Unfortunately, the only high-level Uranus that Birdie found had turned from a level 115 to just level 1, thanks to a bug. And we know it's a bug because on maximum difficulty 5, which is the difficulty we play on, every single creature is supposed to have levels in increments of 5 all the way up to 150. So our prime UT had just turned into trash for no apparent reason. Eventually, we decided to settle for a level 55 one because we lost hope of finding anything better, but even with our mammoth, this tame was not easy. You tank him, I'll try to box him in, okay?
I'm scared, I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought you were playing the drums.
Yeah, I have no control over the mammoth right now.
What? How? I did not. What? Stand still, you stupid Uranus. You're not even that high level. You're not worth all this effort, man.
Did we just kill it?
No. I got this.
Wait.
Wait.
Pause, Chip.
What did we go through the effort to get this stupid mammoth if you can still get feared? That's so dumb. Look at us just absolutely taking L after L. We ended up securing 2 low-level UTs because we saw very few of them, and every time they were low level. And this was still better than not bringing any to the boss fight. But honestly, the next few days really weren't that much better. We still needed a high-level female Megatherium to pair up with the other one we found the other day, but every single one we saw was absolutely useless. It felt like a bit of a piss take when we began finding other high-level creatures we didn't need, like a max-level Deodon, a 145 Mammoth, and the 150 Argentavis that Brandon and I definitely killed, and I must ask all of you to pinky promise not to ever tell Birdie that this happened. Our crowning achievement was knocking out a level 145 Anki with really good stats, but that was not gonna defeat any boss anytime soon. And I mean, I could narrate over how the next day went, but honestly, I think sometimes showing is simply better than telling.
Long until it wakes up.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Run back! Wait, what level are these guys? 130! 130 female! Okay, I can bowl all that. Hold up, where you going, buddy?
I just took shit. I'm gonna catch this Megatherium, and Cliff is gonna be really proud of me.
No, do not Torpo run.
Why are you running? And it's in the water.
Are you serious? What is this?
His friends?
What the hell? Who are you? What level are you guys?
Come on, get in here! Oh my god, what am I doing wrong?
I think it's still running. It's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Owie.
That's a level 15. Who the hell are you? Are you the one?
I think that's it.
Find out. And yes, here we go.
This is fine.
Bro, I got 277 melee. It's like all its points went to oxygen. I hate it here, bro. God damn. Yeah, even in success, it felt like we were failing. We spent the better part of our day just running up and down the beach to get new spawns. Obviously, we had no idea that Birdie had already found a Megatherium and was trying to tame it. Emphasis on trying. So disappointed with our own haul, we decided to bring back our tames on a raft Echo had built prior to heading out. I have no idea what Brandon was doing at the time, and frankly, it didn't really matter because Birdie was about to bestow upon us the good news.
Hey guys, I found a level 120 female Megatherium. Let's go.
Wait, did you just say female Megatherium?
Yes.
Let's go! Okay, alright!
Go now before it's gone.
Holy crap, let's get this.
This is the worst 4 days of my life.
This was it. We finally had a breeding pair, a Uranus, and a Deodon all ready to take on the first boss. We could finally leave this cursed land behind and return to New Man's Landing, where it was now my job to raise our army. But that is a story for next time. And until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next week for the next chapter on our way to day 100. Peace.